welcome back to our channel. My name is Hodo.
I'm Cotton. And today we have another scenario.
Let's get cracking.
Right, so guys, how are you guys doing? We're literally back.
In the same clothes.
On the same day.
On the same day. But you can appreciate consistency, can't you?
Get right into it. It's quite a funny scenario. So, am I the arsehole for calling out a co-worker who refused to pronounce my name correctly? I am Irish, live in Germany. My name is traditionally Irish, and while incredibly popular at home, it is practically unheard of outside of Ireland. I started a new job in October and Brian joined the team at the end of February. I worked in editorial, he's in sales. He was introduced to me by our department head, who referred to me by my name. We also did a getting to know you round in a weekly meeting. I don't know why I did this so funny.
We all did. Don't you hate introductions?
In the meeting.
In a team
Can
call.
you tell me your name and a really interesting fact about you? My name is Cotton. I'm great.
I was once forced to sing a Christmas song because everyone was singing one. Every time anyone entered the team chat, they were ambushed to sing a song. You know why I got really triggered by mine? Because I arrived to the meeting like 2 minutes late and they already sang everything. So I'm just sitting there like, I'm really sorry, I don't know.
And then like, oh, you've got to sing the Christmas song now.
And I'm like, and sitting through the rain. I didn't do it. I said one line and I was like, oh, I don't know it, guys. Ah!
I don't know, I just find the whole culture of Christmas so funny at work.
It's not by force.
Yeah, like if we don't want to take part, we don't have to.
Yeah.
No, period. We also did a getting to know you round in a weekly meeting. In both instances, my name was pronounced correctly, both by myself and my, what's DH? DH?
Department head.
Right, okay. However...
Brian.
How do you know?
With his mundane
How do you know
name.
it's Brian?
It isn't Brian, just
It's
such
always
a mundane
a bloody
name.
Brian. However, Brian continues to mispronounce it. Only slightly, but enough to notice it and turn it into a totally different name. Oh, this is so relatable.
What did you turn it into?
Oh, good. Think Kally rather than Kelly and you're on the right track. Oh, Kally! He's been told repeatedly, no, it's Kelly, not Kally. But Kelly is
Kelly's
a more
common name. Yeah.
At a meeting earlier today, he mentioned myself and another content team member who we would be working with on an upcoming project. We had the following exchange. Brian says, are there questions? And then he says, yes, the guy who wrote Swan Lake, the ballet, do you know his name? Brian goes, Tchaikovsky? He was like, yes, correct.
Oh, so he can say Tchaikovsky.
Michelangelo. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. But you can't say Kelly.
No, he's taking the mic.
Yes, correct. And if you can say his name correctly, you can say mine correctly too. It's a basic level of respect and I'm not tolerating it any longer. Department head came in then to thank Brian for his presentation and continue the meeting. After it, Brian messaged me on our chat program to tell me how I had embarrassed him in front of everyone. Who did it in the meeting?
He embarrassed her.
What I had done was uncalled for and made him look bad as a new person joining the team. I didn't respond, but am I the asshole for saying it in the meeting rather than to him personally?
This is a difficult one.
You know what it is? We're so triggered by things like this happening in our everyday lives that, like, I kind of side with Kelly.
If you can say Tchaikovsky, is it
Tchaikovsky?
Is it Chai or Char?
I think it's Tchaikovsky.
If you can say that, if they're able to say Polish and Eastern European names, Saying Kelly is very easy. But my point is, she's already corrected him twice.
Yeah, so she's embarrassed him after already correcting him. Anyway, there's edits.
Let's continue.
Brian is English, he's not German. No one on my team is. English is his first language. Yes, I've corrected him in person many a time. So have other team members. And my department head. His response is dismissive. Yeah, okay, whatever. So anyway. Yeah, quite bloody rightly embarrass him in the meeting.
I just think he should be embarrassed. He's taken the mick. Does he fancy her? Is that why he's trying to get her attention? I don't get the logic. Just say Kelly.
Brian is mid to late 20s, as are majority of my co-workers. His accent is not the issue. I studied in the area of the UK he comes from. I have friends who also went to uni there and come from the area. They can pronounce it correctly. So he's got no excuses. Lastly, my name sounds familiar to a large sporting organisation, but with a letter omitted. This organisation also makes video games. He's able to pronounce this organisation.
What's the organisation called?
Maybe like Cal something. I don't know. How he mispronounces my name makes it sound more similar to a Pokemon. The one that has at least 10 possible evolutions. I don't get that bit, but whatever. Anyway, I don't know. She's told him many a times, and he's been dismissive about it.
I just think he's being lazy. He doesn't know. He's taking the piss. I just think he's taking the piss.
He's probably, it could be a case of him just forgetting that, oh right, like, because every time you see the person you have to remember to pronounce the name correctly. But it's no excuse. Like, you've been working with this person for quite some time. Like, learn their names. You're able to learn the names of your other employees. So this should be a walk in the park for you.
Yeah, I really don't agree. I think someone's name is their identity. Like, you're taking it away. You're disrespecting them right there and then.
Yeah.
And if you have any form of like respect for your work colleagues, you will try and correct their name. I will have to bear in mind, sometimes I forget people's names. Or like, if like someone's called Taj, like if the name is quite similar, then I might say it once or twice. And if someone says to me, no, my name is Taj, I would remember that, because that's exactly. That's something that I will psychologically remember.
You'll remember that because you've been challenged, and then you'll think
that person,
and then you'll think, right, I've got to get this name right the next time.
I correct loads of people with my name. Back in school, I used to let people call me Hodo, and now I don't. I tell them my name is Hodo.
Yeah, back in school, I used to let a lot of weird variations of my name slide as well. But now I say it's Cultorn.
I always, now, since Game of Thrones has been out, they always say Hardo, hold the door, hold the door, hold the door. And I'm like, you know what, if that makes it easier for you, that's fine. But you need to say Hardo and not Hodo.
Yeah, like, it's crazy because TH is in the English language.
It doesn't have TH.
Hardo. But when you pronounce it,
when you pronounce it as Hardo, yeah, Hardo.
But yeah,
Hardo's actually a really nice name now, I come to think of it, Hardo.
Did you not think it was a nice name before?
When I was younger, I never. Hodo. What else does it? Someone called me Harder. Like, how could you possibly?
I've been called Caitlin. I've been called Carlton.
Carlton.
I've been called, because you know what happens? One person will say it, will say the mispronunciation, you won't correct them, and then they'll just continue with that name, and then it catches on with everyone else, and it's just snowballs from that.
Doesn't Hodo sound like a dog? Hodo. I must say though, like, Welsh and Irish names, like, spelling wise, they're quite hard.
Welsh,
yeah,
absolutely.
But if you tell me how to pronounce it, I'll
like Sinead, Aoife.
Oh, Aoife's very confusing.
Yeah,
isn't it?
I used to say Aoife. Okay. You used to say Aoife.
You actually called someone Aoife?
Because I didn't know. I'd never met another Eve in my life. So what I did is I had to go and Google pronunciations to see what it sounded like.
Look at that. That is what Brian needs to do. If he can't say Kelly, he's got to do pronunciations. Aoife. Siobhan was really hard for me. Like the spelling of Siobhan
What did
is
you
very
used to
hard.
say? Siobhan.
Siobhan.
I don't know why I thought it was so funny.
It's really bad.
Oh my god.
We're not laughing at any Siobhans. We just
We're
I
laughing at our
couldn't
mistake.
I couldn't read when I was younger, so I used to spell it literally what it looked like. Siobhan. But really it was Siobhan. But the one that is the hat trick for me is Aofi. So embarrassing, Galton.
I just didn't know. In my mind, I had no idea how the name. It's like the way the name looked and how I said it. It made sense until I went on Google and I was like, wow, Irish names are like. I don't know if they're Irish or Scottish, but wow, I was just. And then I started Googling more names that were a bit more like unusual.
I know. But yeah, I think the moral of the story is if you're in this predicament, just be respectful and go Google the person's pronunciation. Don't be like this man and get embarrassed.
Don't be like me.
Don't be like Aofi, that's actually embarrassing. And also, why is he getting angry with her about you embarrassed me? You embarrassed yourself.
Exactly.
Like, are you dumb?
I literally can't stop laughing at this scenario. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Anyway, guys, if you've experienced any name issues,
mispronunciations,
please let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments or send us an email. I love how we're telling people to send us email.
I just want to read how people pronounce your name.
I know. Or send us voice notes.
Oh my god, please, on Instagram.
Oh, the battery's dying, guys. We've got to go. As ever, we love you. Take care.